You and I both know this, Skip. Even if Tom Brady is not there this year, they're still in the AFC Championship game. Green Bay Packers are is a top 5 pick if Aaron Rodgers is not the quarterback. That's the reason why they're 3-5-1 when Aaron doesn't play. Skip, you know this. This is not to minimize Tom Brady. He's a Mount Rushmore quarterback as we speak. But if you're talking about which guy is more important to their football team, because we've seen him out. We saw them go 3-1 without Tom Brady. We've seen them go 11-5 without Tom Brady. They're not winning any games in Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers because everything that he does is so much more than just calling the plays. We're going to talk about it later, the 3rd and 20 play. Only he can make that play. Only he can diagram that play. So, Skip, this is not even close to me. It's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is more valuable to the Packers than Tom Brady is to the Patriots. The thing is that when you look at the Patriots, they have a system in place led by the guy at the top, Coach Belichick, and everything else falls into play. So it doesn't matter who comes or goes. They've changed offensive coordinators. They've changed running backs. They've changed receivers. They've changed O-linemen. But they don't miss a beat. Green Bay Packers, you take Aaron Rodgers, if you take Aaron Rodgers out of there, they're picking in the top 5. If I believe, and I bet you if you ask a lot of general managers, if Tom Brady was not the quarterback for the New England Patriots this year, I bet you more than half would have said they would end up in the AFC Championship game.
They would not? In the AFC Championship game? Are you kidding me?
Who's going to think about it, Skip? Who? Over who? Who's going? The Broncos?
Yeah, just name somebody. If Derek Carr hadn't got hurt, then Derek Carr would be Jimmy Garoppolo in a playoff game. I'm sorry, he just outgunned.
I don't believe they would have done that in New England. But that's what I'm just going to show you. We can't say Derek Carr did get hurt. So knowing what we know now, if Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback for the New England Patriots and everything is status quo, they're in the AFC Championship.
They would have unraveled down the stretch. They would not have been the number 1 seed. I'm not even dead sure they would have made the playoffs with Jimmy Garoppolo in his first year of starting. Not sure about that, but if they had, they would be a lower seed and they would have to go win on the road someplace.
Hold on, Skip. So you want to sit there and tell me that a Bill Belichick team would have unraveled?
With the quarterback, yeah, I do. With a guy thrown into the fire like that, I absolutely do.
You saw the man.
They're not talented enough. Now, again, Gronk's going to get hurt. You said we have to go with what happened, right?
Yes.
If he didn't have a security blanket in Gronk and he's just throwing it to Edelman, yes.
For the most part, Gronk was hurt the big part of the year. Remember, he tweaked his hamstring, and he was out for the better part anyway.
More power to Tom Brady. 28 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Unheard of.
But Gronk Gronk changes the dynamic for any quarterback because he's the one guy you have no answer to. He's too big for corners. He's too fast and physical for safeties. Linebackers, you don't really want that matchup because he's too fast. So he's the one player that they've never had that no one has an answer to. And when he and Edelman's on the field, you got to pick and choose. Okay, where are we going to rotate? Where are we going to send our coverage to? But with that being said, Aaron Rodgers, when they call a play, a lot of the stuff that they call, it only works because of Aaron, because you said the great pass protection. So if someone else is in there, they can't do that.
1001, 1002, 1003. Oh, Devontae got open. Oh, Randall Cobb got open. Oh, wait a second. Jared Cook got open again. And by the way, he has had Jordy all year, and I think he'll have Jordy again this Sunday.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. Even though those guys are getting open, it's not like they're wide open. He's throwing balls into a bucket 30 yards away. You saw him against the Giants. All those throws, there was no one wide open. There were DBs draped all over the receivers. This is not even close as far as who's more important. And that's not to knock Tom Brady because Tom Brady, like I said, is a Mount Rushmore quarterback as we speak.
Okay, here's what you won't have an answer for.
What?
The biggest intangible. No quarterback is more beloved in his locker room than Tom Brady is in his locker room. Aaron Rodgers has been on and off not beloved in his locker room, according to Greg Jennings, who's been on this show. Greg obviously played with him, won a Super Bowl with him, that Aaron's difficult. He can alienate you pretty quickly.
He's arrogant.
He will take no blame for anything.
He's
take
condescending.
No blame.
He's dismissive.
Yep.
But he's a bad
Okay, I got that. I got that. But in the end, championships are won with unity and togetherness. As cliched as that sounds, it's the ultimate right cliche for the sport of football. At this time of year, teams pull together and get on rolls because they're close-knit and they are all for one and one for all. And they are all for Tom Brady in that locker room. And I know he alienates people, the outsiders, because he does Uggs commercials. Like, how can you do that? That's not what football players do. But in that locker room, and I've talked to many former and current Patriots about this, they love Tom Brady. They will die for Tom Brady because they know he would die for them. He's not arrogant. He's not aloof. He's not above them. He is with them.